Thank you, Shay Shay. I just clicked some buttons and accidentally reset that start timer. I'm just getting myself set up. I didn't have an image on this screen for what I'm doing. So I'll actually, you know what? I'll just start now. Actually, what I wanted to test, it won't show for myself. What I don't know is if ads are running. Phone just went weird. Let me check this. Opening new tabs. This is all new. I don't know what I'm doing. No, that's not what I want. That's not what I want. Let's have a look. Nope. None of those are what I want. Edit panels. Okay, in theory, it's already run some ads, so we should be good for like half an hour. But we'll see how we go. All right, jumping on a little early. Oh, it's like I've spent a couple days just going. Oh, it was. Oh, is it still going? Can you let me know when they finish? It's supposed to be. I thought I'd run a scene of a starting soon timer, and that way, if I set up ads to run at the start, they would run over a nothing's happening anyway part of the stream, and then we'd give it half an hour, which is the length of a normal TV episode. So, which will give me time to then duck out and go to the bathroom, have more water, etc., etc. Which is a bit weird. Okay, so maybe I guess I also didn't factor in the lag time as well, because I've been going for I'm echoey. Let's see. I've only got the mic as a setting. I'll bring that down a little bit. What about now? Am I still echoing? Still echo. But it's only got... Or have you got multiple tabs open? You've what? Did you? Right. Yeah, well, if you've got me in two tabs, you're going to have a slight echo. Right. Thanks for thanks for the sound update, Shay Shay. Um, but yeah, the fun thing of the last couple of days was, even before the stream, was setting up things like points, and I've made them. I gave them some point values, so that the lowest number of points was for hydrating, to get some water in, because talking for a while does dry you out. Yeah, and I figured I'd make that just 1 point and be like, here, this is, you want to see it closer up? Here's what I'm working on. And just for tonight, I made the hydrate and the beer and the... That's not a 1.6% alcohol. That's a 16% alcohol. Go for it. I've liked seeing hydrate and, the bevy sips and things on other people's channels. So I've gone, okay, yep. Or I should say, if I get to, yeah, I can see that, Mrs. Bricko. I saw it. I haven't. I thought I'd set alerts to show up, but they haven't. So I won't play around with the screen. I'll play with that later. There you go. Happy. Um, and yeah, friends at work wanted me to try this Suroc stuff, which is apple wine and then juice added to it. So you can get it in different flavors and different alcohol contents, but they're all pretty high. So yeah, for tonight, that's half price of what? Half price, of the points, and I'll play around with points as things go crazy. I have a cheers or a and there we go. Cheers. Tonight's beer at the moment is a Little Creatures Little Hazy Lager, which from the can labeling and everything looks like it was brewed as like a limited one-off special for Sydney Mardi Gras for World Pride. Interesting taste. It was in the markdown bin, so, and there's a second sip just to taste it again. So yeah, I then halved the number of points for tonight because I was like, you know what, let's have some fun. Oh, hang on. Yeah, no worries, Shay Shay. Yeah, pay attention to work. Those things, pay for the Lego. And we'll see you soon at some point, possibly. What was I saying? I didn't put any channel warnings up, so I'm going to keep this PG. And as I normally try to. I mean, and there will be there is time cooldowns on the cheers and the taking a shot, so we won't go too crazy. But yeah, so tonight what we're going to do is, I figured I'd start off with, you can see it twice, image from the net and the box. So we've got, and then the camera's picking up, so we've got Nova's room, and from the looks of the box, she's a gamer and streamer, so I picked this setup and I figured I'd have to build this. I'm not a Lego Friends collector, but I do find a lot of their sets handy for Lego City stuff. My phone's being really weird, and like going to a glitchy screen. Is anyone else having any issues with the video? I did set up a transition for the first time on here so that it will fade from one scene to the next over like a second or two. But like literally the video, it goes to like a matrixy dark green. Yeah, so maybe I'll just watch the chat here. I'll stop watching it on my phone. If the app wants to be weird, the app can be weird somewhere else. Yeah, so I'll crack into this. Listen to the sound of those seals opening. Good morning, Put Joke here. I'm guessing from morning that you would be, I'll just look at my time here. It's 4:24 a.m. on the west coast of the US, so I'm guessing you're somewhere in the North American continent or South American continent. My name's Glenn. Feel free to call me Bricko, as has been shortened on here. We are building a Lego Friends set of Nova's room. She's a gamer and a streamer. I'm one of those things. I tabletop tabletop game, but I don't computer game much. So what time it is? Good morning. Yes. Yeah, and I worked in Japan for a couple of years, and Japanese practice is like out in public you would say good morning or good day or good afternoon depending on the time of day, but in a work environment it's always good morning if it's the start of someone's shift. So even if you're on night shift, when you see someone you say good morning. Your morning might be 6 o'clock at night, and it is 9:26 p.m. on our Pacific coast. Bag noises coming up. I'm also going to have this in another tab. I went black for a second. I just switched to my browser for a sec. But let me know if anything goes weird, because on my phone, the app was doing a weird. It went black for maybe an instant, but then it went like a dark green matrixy static thing for about 2 seconds, and then went back to normal. so I don't know if that's a browser thing or a phone thing or an app thing, but hopefully it goes all right. And hopefully the audio is okay as well. I do have a pedestal fan blowing on me because it's warm out here in my end of winter garage. But I'll put that somewhere where it won't make too much noise. Yeah, it is rather warm here. But if you can't hear the fan, then it's all good. But if it gets to, I did think about putting in a 1-point show as your shirt. My wife got me this shirt and had it printed or vinyled with my online handle, another brick and AFOL, and so I figured I'd wear that tonight on stream. Knowing Kmart in Australia, the shirt was probably, she probably went all out and spent $5 on it. And for those who don't know, Creating with Kara Davies in the chat, she is Mrs. Bricko. $3.50. Right. Big spender. And what, you use points, not actual dollars. Fair enough. Why not? Something else I've done tonight that I've thought of in the past and never got around to doing is I laid down some tape on the table which marks out the camera boundaries, and of course as the camera is set up in different places each time, I will have to tweak where that is, but it's quite that is a fair comment. That is a fair use of points. If I earn it with Lego, you can spend it on a shirt. You've got D&D in 4 hours and you haven't slept a bit. Oh, well, have a good nap. Have a good game. Don't die. If you're the DM, don't kill your players too much. And have fun. I play Pathfinder myself, not much at the moment because I'm busy building a MOC that's behind me, which is actually a D&D map. Oh, well, in that case, hang on, I'll open up this lid here. I did get the... Yeah, might have to stand to do this, to lift this off neatly. I got the Doctor Strange set just to get this guy. Haven't tweaked it yet and added more eyes on the ends of the stalks, but it's a good start, without designing it myself. I was like, ooh, I know what that could be. So after I finish building this set, depending on how this camera behaves, because it doesn't usually, I'll just carry on working on the MOC behind me, which is a giant D&D map, basically, at 4 studs equals 5 feet, which is massive. Kazakh Princess, welcome in. Thank you. It's just another level of this is all new. Going back to bed. Have you been up all night as well. And put joke here, or can I call you joke, or do I call you put? um, what time's your game? If it's pretty early in the morning for you, you gonna try and nap for a little bit and then head out? Joke. Okay. And you know what I just realized now, because I'm holding my hands over here. 10 in the morning. Nice. My Pathfinder games are always at night, because they're held in a local game store, so they were originally held after he shut on that night of the week. He's now got a second job, and so on Wednesdays he only opens at when we sort of head to the game. 6:30 and got woken up an hour ago. Headed back to sleep. Yeah, sleep is good because it's Sunday morning for you. Yes, it's Sunday night here. Enjoy your Sundays. Enjoy your sleep. I did that this morning. 8-hour game. Whoa, nice. Make sure you stay hydrated. Yeah, I mean it's the weekend. It's nighttime. I've had dinner. I've had a shower. It's Lego time. It's the same when all the Americans are streaming. I'm stuck at work going volume up a little bit. Depends on where I am and doing it. Just like your character is surviving on 2 HP, an ounce of water, and a prayer. Yep. Thank you, Kazakh Princess. Thank you very much indeed. Stickers. I don't like stickers. I'm going to have to put some of them on here because I'm going to take some photos of Nova's streaming setup in the set. But we'll see what I can get away with. Oh, is he? That's all right. I'll head over there after I am done here. Cool. Go say hi. And go to this next step. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I realized that I'd laid tape down as to what was visible on camera, and what I didn't do was think about where I had put chat on my screen. So I'll lay that out now. Tear off some tape. And on the table, it's weird trying to figure out what that. It looks like a rectangle on screen, but it's such a curved arc from the camera. Chat is which hand is which as well. Right, that hand's about there. If I put a line down there. Alright, Lego's safe. Yeah, so you can see the brick here. Yeah. Cool. Chat. Build area. It is so warm in here. It is Sunday night. There will be ads running shortly. I'll just keep an eye on when. In about 6 minutes. So in about 6 minutes when they do start running, I think there's only a couple of them. I'm going to put up a Be Right Back screen, and I'll go wash my hands and run some cold water over my head as well. Because, yeah, so much for it still being kind of the tail end of winter in Queensland. It's getting pretty warm. I hope everyone else is having a enjoyable Sunday morning or Sunday evening or Sunday afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. Oh, nice little roller skate as a wind-up car. So that goes on her shelf. She obviously collects things as well as being a gamer. And I have a habit of putting minifigs down to stand or sit and watch me build their set. She can face the camera. There you go. And there's a little doggo as well. Doggo only has front legs. He's got a little harness and some skateboard wheels. Which is a cool little feature. Nice little parts use. And then we've got other skateboard wheels on her desk. I'm not sure if this is meant to be like weights or something. Budgie is in the chat. I showed Kara that video today. Budgie, she was like, I think we were sitting down to have dinner, and she went, what is the deal with finches? Is that a Bunnings thing? You gotta have to explain, what are finches? Why do you all go on about finches? So we watched all of the video, and she was most intrigued. Morning, Jameson Builds Bricks. Welcome to the channel. It's a very warm Sunday night here in Queensland. And just so you're aware, Budgie, if you look down in the channel points part of the screen, where I've called them Brickos for the moment, Sunday morning, East Coast in the States. I hope you're enjoying your Sunday morning. Hope the weather's good, and hope it's not too hot over at the end of your summer. It's very warm here at the end of my winter, but I'm in a latitude fairly similar to your Florida, so our winters aren't that cold. It gets cold at night, but we don't freeze. We don't have snow. But Budgie, if you look in the channel points, there is something in there relating to something you might recognise. North, get plenty of snow. Yeah, I was in Minnesota once visiting some of my wife's relatives, and there was piles of snow out the front of their house, so I stuck my arm in as far as I could to see what it was like, which was stupid, but I've done it. I've done it now. Because I'm like, I don't know what snow's like. So yes, this is my first affiliate stream, and to celebrate in a fashion, I've put a bunch of channel points in for drinking water and beer and something stronger, and then slash the prices on them because I was like, you know what, let's have some fun. You can do that. I did put in timer cooldowns on them so that there'll be no intoxication tonight, potentially, depending on how long this goes. But I think I put 5 minutes between beers and 15 minutes for the stronger stuff. I'm thinking. I don't know if there's a cooldown on drinking water, but we'll find out if people go crazy with that. What else? There is I did put a cooldown on drinking the beers, but there's a sneaky way around that. If you have a little look around, you'll see there's a way to halve that time, or double the beer, one of the two. So yeah, hope you're having a good Sunday morning. Hope everyone else is having a good Sunday evening. And yeah, so as I said, I'm said earlier at the start of the stream, I'm building Nova's room, as you can see in the picture above here, up there. Lego friend set of a kid's room set up for gaming and streaming from the look of the parts. What I also didn't do, and I forgot to do, was I usually do a welcome message at the start of my stream. And that's a glitch I've still got to fix. I think I've got a timer on that's triggered by it, and it triggers itself. I think the word welcome triggers it to do it twice somehow, and I noticed that when I was testing the other day, and I forgot to fix it. I didn't dig into that to see what was going on. I've laid tape down on the table so that I can see what is the view area of what you're seeing between the chat on this side and the picture of me and the set over here. And I'm not putting the Lego down in that area. That's just... okay. I said I was going to run an ad break, so I will put that screen up. So I'm going to have a sneaky free sip of beer, and then I'm going to go wash my hands and get some cold water in my head. Everyone stretch your legs, grab a drink of water, grab a drink. I will be back in a few. It should only be about 90 seconds of ads, shorter than a TV ad break, that's for sure. But I will be back very shortly. And I'm back. Welcome back, everyone. I have run some cold water over my head. Feeling slightly better in here. I might crank the fan up one notch. One moment. And hopefully it doesn't come over the mic too bad. I'll do another little command here for socials. If you want to check out some of my photos of Lego builds and things like that, you can find me in... I have to figure out which way the screen is. Find me in those links over there. Those links there. So we've got Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube really only has some of the VODs from this channel after I've built a set or something like that. General streams where I'm just mucking around or building a MOC or sorting Lego. I don't keep those around. Like, I'll keep them on Twitch until Twitch gets rid of them, but I'm not really going to go back and watch myself sort Lego. But you're welcome to hang out and chat when I do streams like that, that's for sure, because that's always fun. And again, I'm having to remember, put the bricks down over here where people can see them. I've got tape laid out for a reason. Trying to be all professional. Not really. Alright, so the cans, she's got, must be energy drinks or something. She's got them in like a little bar fridge. I've got a whole full-size beer fridge in here, which is mostly beer, but does contain cider and Ciroc and Coke and some banana muffins, which are quite tasty from Coles. Alright, there's part of her desk down. We're on step 7. We're going for like half an hour. That's alright. We do what we can. Being a friend set, there's quite a few interesting color choices in here. There's a lot of the dark blue. There's like a very, very bright yellow. It's not a normal yellow. I'll see if I can get a yellow piece to hold it up next to. Here's some yellow I prepared earlier. So that's normal yellow, and then this is like a really bright, it's like a high-vis vest kind of shade of yellow. The kind that people argue if it's green or yellow, it's that shade of yellow. I don't know if it glows in the dark. Doesn't look like it. Oh! Subscribe. Thank you for the sub. That is, again, that is also something new. Like, I'm very new to this whole streaming thing. It's a lot of fun. I do like the vibe over here. People are cool. Law Lego, Greg. G'day, Greg. How's it going in America? Happy Sunday morning to y'all. Alright, she's got a magenta frog on the shelf. Let's... I'm going to... I've got some automatic shoutouts for when people rock up, but not everyone yet. So I'll do that. There you go. There's a shout out for Greg, a fellow fan of Lego, stateside. You are most welcome. Ooh, cool little game controller. And I put in in my channel points, which I have temporarily named Brickos until I think of a different name or it sticks, I put in a Lego show-off thing as well for like 1 point. If anyone wants to see things close up, like, ooh, look at that cool little part. It is a cute little set, and the reason I got it was I was fingers stuck between parts. I was actually looking for parts, looking for sets that had calendars, and then looking for sets that had computery type stuff. And I thought I'd seen a friend's one where the kid was a gamer or something like that. And yeah, so this is Nova's room. It's obviously a bedroom. There's a bed to one side. There's a bookshelf. But then she's got a big purple gaming chair. And here we go. It's shot time. It is shot time. So yeah, big purple gaming chair. And then she's got like a multi-screen, the stickers for different screen displays. And it looks like she's got a laptop running a game, and then a dual monitor showing a close-up of her, a chat window, and the game window. So she's clearly streaming. So I was like, I've got to get this set now. And then I was going to take a photo of it and then use that as like a header on my profile. So we are going to crack into the Surok that Budgie has recommended. Well, was talking about at work, recommended, and then our mate Squiddy tried some, and apparently that was entertaining if you have too much of this. Is there an alternative set where she sells bath water? Don't break the thing? Well, that'll still screw on, right? It was just this bit was being a bit weird. I thought it would break off. It will, but it's a fun game. So, we have my Hamilton not throwing away my shot souvenir shot glass. And we have some Surok. And it definitely smells like Fanta. This is the mandarin orange flavor. Yeah, I mean, there is a weird kind of alcohol tang at the back of it, but I can see why someone we know would just go straight through a whole bottle. Yeah, there is a very Fanta flavor to that. So yeah, I made the channel points cheap for the drinks tonight, but left the cool downs for a while. So it'll be 15 minutes before someone can make me drink that again. Yes, and as an explanation for what it is, Greg, it is apple wine, so apple, yeast, and sugar, and mandarin orange extract juice. It's a Korean drink, and charcoal filtered for the refreshing and clean tastes. Alcohol 16%. So yeah, I'm not gonna drink that, but I thought in the shot glass that'll be good. Yeah, not bad. I'll have to see what the other flavors taste like as well. There's a few in the bottle shop to try. I keep clicking Lego together up here because it's like in my hands, and I have to remember that no, down here, do the thing, be the hand model. With my lack of fingernails and all. Goes there. This goes there. Step 10. A points goal to paint my fingernails. Yeah, nah. No, we're not. We're not gonna do that. But there is, I have been setting up a Discord thing. A text channel on there for suggestions, and it says suggestions welcomed. And Kara did point out to me tonight, she was like, it says they're welcomed. It doesn't promise that you're gonna, do anything about what people suggest. I'm like, good. I was gonna put something in like, suggestions are welcome, but it's still my channel, and if I don't want to do something, I'm just not gonna do it. But if you do have suggestions, there is a place for that. And there should be if people do want to, I still haven't added many things to said Discord. I'm newer to that than I am to Twitch. There should be a link in the profile thingy. Step 14. It's not a huge set. There's how many steps we got? 69, dude. That joke does not count as a content warning. I was going to put content warnings on tonight when I made the alcohol cheaper, but I didn't. So just don't go nuts, and remember that there are cooldowns. So we should be good. I do have work tomorrow. And Kara will allow that, will she? Oh, well, that's nice. That's very interesting. But no, I'm not gonna paint my nails. I don't know what points goal I would set, but I do know that somewhere along the lines, you know what? That's not a bad idea, actually, Budgie. That is a good point. I didn't think of that. When I was a kid, Mum had this nail stuff that I think it was like high alcohol content, and it was designed as a nail biting deterrent. It was clear and would just go on. Didn't deter me, and I don't know how smart it is giving kids alcohol, but hey, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. It's like, hey, this stuff's alright. Alright, step 24. So we're a third of the way, let me do my maths, a third of the way through the build. I'm just going to keep remembering to keep this here, not jump the table too much. Because there is a dodgy USB cord linked to this camera. So we don't want it blacking out anytime soon. A few more of these. Oh, minifig down, mini doll down. So they're not minifigs, they're technically mini dolls, and they don't sit flat on the floor when they're holding something in their hand, unless we move that down to counterweight it. I'll just top up my Pretty warm beer by now. It was cold out of the fridge when I had dinner, but that was a while ago. Just still going on it. Alright, close it down. Step 26. Okay. Now the view is blocked by room itself. It's 2 bags in this set. I did look it up. I think it's about a 200-piece set. Not super expensive for the size of it. I was disappointed. I did also pick, while I was at the shops, I got this one at the same time. Leo's Room, because it also has a content creation link where the kid whose room it is likes baking and making baking videos, and his friend likes shooting the videos. So they've got like the ring light and the phone set up sideways as the camera. This one was on clearance. Originally it was the same price as that one, but this one was on clearance. So I was like, why can't they both be on clearance? They're released around the same time. This one also has a not quite grumpy cat from the memes, but a fairly unimpressed looking cat. And so I was like, yeah, that's going in the collection. That's for sure. So it's like, yeah, little dude making his videos, and we got Gamer Girl over here with her bedroom set up. Another sticker. Where is the sticker sheet? I've had some sets where they're tucked in the book. Did it fall out of the box? No, it's not in the box. I might be missing a sticker set. I think that's a first. I've had sets where they've given me 2. It's not on the floor. Didn't fall out of bag 1. Wasn't stuck to bag 1. Okay. That's interesting. Okay, and there's what? Uh-oh. No. Feedback loop. Stop it. One moment, please. I will be right back. Oh boy. That is some serious bot fail going on right there. Okay, turn that off. I appear to have stopped it. It really did. That really freaked out. It doesn't have a... That doesn't have a keyword, but what I'm going to have to do is check. Okay, yeah. So I think Chatbot had one and Streamlabs had one. Yeah, so what it would do is it was kind of designed to go into a... So what I'll actually do is I'll just delete that one. Yes. And I'll turn this one back. Oh, that one's fine. And I'm back. Yeah, basically, Chatbot was seeing the word welcome and using that to just send the command to try and start Streamlabs' timer, but it was just a feedback loop of welcome, 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 welcome. Yeah, nice and welcoming, but yeah, that was I think that was the timer kicking in for it to come back after a set amount of time, and then it just went nuts. Absolutely nuts. And that's not what you want. And especially when you're getting distracted by trying to find where the heck these stickers are. They're definitely not caught in the book. I mean, I wish more sets would slide the sticker sheet into the book, because then at least it's got a better chance of staying flat. Because I've had some shockers of curled sticker sheets. There's probably one still under this wooden board on my table, flattening out for another set. No stickers, which means I can't put the screens on her computers, which then defeats the purpose of taking the photo of, like, here, look at this little streaming setup. That's really annoying. Well, that means getting on to Lego customer service and requesting a sticker sheet and hoping they've got them in spares and can send one out. They're usually really good at things like that. I've done parts before, but I've never done stickers. Oh, this is interesting. Knocked her over. And yeah, like, as much as I don't like stickers, I want these stickers to be in this set. There's a gap in that wall, you can see. This bookcase goes there. I wonder, is it designed to... yeah, we slide it through. We then add a stud on the back. And she now has a bookcase that slides out into the room. Not sure what the whole play feature of a hidden bookcase is. Unless I don't know if the bed folds up. Like, if it's a Murphy bed and a folding bookcase at the same time, like, that would make sense. And then the next step needs stickers as well. Come on, people. Oh, nice. So this transparent pink brick with a black tile on top. And then there's a tile on the front, which is meant to have some little coloured circle stickers on it. But I think this is her fancy schmancy gaming PC with like the transparent sides and the coloured LEDs. I think that's what this is meant to be. Because it's on one end of the desk, and then these tiles go down next to it. And again, they're meant to have a sticker of a multicolored gaming keyboard. And then we've got one of these 1x1 tiles that's just like got the semicircle curve on one end, and that'll be her mouse. And then we've got Budge's keyboard does all the flashy lights. Nice. And is yours bright pink neon with, the transparent sides and all the lights and stuff? I'll just check. I went to check if ads are going. Ads are running, so I'll grab that drink when I'm back. No ads for Budgie. Nice. This is like, I want to hear that shot. I was like, I could. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's do it. I'm gonna crack the bottle, which totally didn't sound like the plastic lid of a water bottle getting unscrewed. We're gonna fill the shot glass, and then take a shot. That was totally water. I'm gonna stand up and stretch. And while I'm standing up, do another double check for stickers on the floor. Definitely isn't. I will be getting a strongly worded email from. No. They'll be getting a strongly worded. Click here. What set did you buy? What part do you need? That one? It will be mailed out to you soon. We will email you if there's any issues. It's only fair to do 8 of them. It kind of tastes like Fanta. It kind of doesn't. Ads should be over. I've done a 30-minute ad timer because I figure that's what TV episodes are, and if you can sit through a TV episode without needing the bathroom or a drink, you should be all right. And if I need the bathroom, I'll have to time it for then as well. But then I don't know what the effect is for watching on phones or watching on computers, because I've noticed on other channels that I've watched where a guy will go, oh, and we're in ads, and I won't be, and then like 30 seconds later, suddenly I'm in an ad break. So it's like I've got a minute 30, but then what sort of leeway on the back end of it do I need to leave to make sure that everyone's actually back? Last we left off, Glenn was building Nova's room, a Lego friend set numbered 41755 with 200-ish pieces, bought purely because it has a gaming and streaming character in it, which the stickers would tell that story if they had included the stickers in the box. That is our two. Well, it's either meant to be two screens, or she's just got a really nice big widescreen monitor. And then that's where the stickers are supposed to go. And that camera looks horrible, so this one might focus better. But basically there's gameplay on one side and there's face cam and chat on the other sticker. Oh, and before anyone reminds me, Kara redeemed a shot. And because I'm late drinking it because of the ad break, that means it will be less than 15 minutes before it's available again. But cheers. Yeah, the second one does go down. Goes down smoother. Score. Budgie, if you look at the channel points, you'll see there actually is a score as well. Yeah. Yes, which is the not so hidden. Oh, scratch my nose. Looks great on camera, doesn't it? The hidden way. You couldn't use your points on that one. Why not? Oh, was it just because you were saving up for the other one? Yeah, so if people look use them on the other one. Just for a bit of fun, with the bevy sips that other streamers have, I have a Cheers, which is for the beer. And then I also have a Skål, which is Swedish and Norwegian for cheers. And then if you read the explanation of that, it's basically the same description as cheers, but in Swedish. Which means there is basically two of the same thing. And then we've got I'm going to clear one by one round. And then we got one of these little round tiles with the little clip on top. That goes on there. And then we have the little robot type arm where the two clips are in opposite directions. And that clips onto that. Okay, and it then clips onto the bar behind behind the monitors and tilts forward. So that's basically her little. That's like a light pointing at her. So that's potentially her little mini ring light and webcam for when Nova is gaming. And then we've got the wind-up key from the toy car. We got the mouse tile. We've got the little roller skate that was the toy car. Robot arm, 1x1 plate in black, purple, and white. Basically, all three parts that make the ring light and webcam are light enough to all be in there as spares, so you could have two of them. And then the ring pull tile for the can, we get an extra one of them. So they're the extras that we get from bag one. It's a decent amount of extras. We'll wheel them off to one side and take them out of camera view behind that picture there. And then this goes across here. So that's the other part of her L-shaped desk. So that's bag one. So we're an hour down, and we're halfway through bag-wise, but we're at step 41, so we're about 2/3 through set-wise. More chip bag noises. More rubbish thrown behind me on the floor to pick up later. Yeah, so Budgie, if you've got other ideas for things like things that I can use with channel points, feel free to drop them in the Discord as well. And yeah, if I like it, I'll add it. Here's Zach. He's another gamer. His t-shirt has a cool little freaking off like it's a man bun. I did think about putting in a shirt reveal one. Okay, I think Kara suggested a shirt reveal because Budgie, she got this t-shirt at Kmart and then had a friend get vinyl lettering to put on. So it's like, what channel are we watching? That guy. Another brick and apple. And of course, by the time she ordered this, Squiddy's shortening of it to Bricko has carried across to other chats as well. Surprise you. So hold the Lego up to camera. Well, I was about to hold Zach up because on his shirt is a cool little print. The little yellow shapes are a slice of pizza, a game controller, and then three little Z's or Z's. And then between them, the red circle actually has little arrows on it. So it's basically sleep, eat, game, and then it just repeats and repeats and repeats. Thanks for the lurk, Greg. I do that a lot myself if I'm busy working on things. Helps people out with their views and whatnot. And then if I do hear something interesting in the background that I'm like, ooh, what was that? I'll jump back in. But yeah, it's good to see you. And hopefully we'll see one of your streams again in the near future. But yeah, so there's your Lego up to the camera, Kara. The little eat, sleep, game, or eat, game, sleep logo on his shirt. And then he gets the little budgie. Here you go. You get a free Lego up to the camera. That's a laptop. It's even got little. That's what you get for subscribing. You get one free piece of Lego held up to the camera. But yeah, it folds shut with the keyboard on the inside, obviously. And then that's where the sticker goes. Yeah, they've got there's a few sets that have like books that are hinged. They've had this kind of idea with like suitcases for years. Like I remember when I was a kid, you could get city sets and there'd be a suitcase that actually clipped, like it was a fold, and it had half a handle on one side, half on the other, so that when it shut, and then this one has something similar. There's just a little indent on each side of where they join, and that's what actually clips into the hands. So yeah, it's the same idea as the suitcase. It's just they've gone, you know what, we can make laptops, we can make books, we can do all sorts of things. So there's Zach. And there's a better view of what's on his shirt. The print on the minifig is a little small, but it's got the same amount of detail on it. You can still see there's red and green dots on the controllers and on the pizza. And yeah, for as many things that you'll find in Lego sets that are like, oh, that's new and they've never done that before, so much is, this is a great thing with Lego, so much of it is just exactly the same. You know, some of the molds might be slightly different. You know, like if you look under a brick, some of those features are different on like the jumper plates, and some plates have different things underneath. Some of the bricks don't have tubes under them in the smaller bricks. And so there are some parts, like a 1x2 jumper plate, where if you get the wrong aged piece, they don't join with other things the same way. So, for example, if I wanted to have this piece here, and if we imagine that this is a jumper plate, it's not. But if we wanted it to overlap at half a stud, some of them can grip because they've got the little cross-hatched pieces underneath, and some can't because they've got, like, where that has the little pin sticking up in the center. Obviously, you can click it down on that end or that end, but not halfway. But some of the jumper plates you can stick down halfway because they've changed the underside. And then, of course, with tiles, there's nothing underneath. So you can put a tile at whatever. You can do it halfway across. You can do it all the way across it, which can cause issues with some builds if you haven't got everything sort of pushed in to its complete place. What have we got going on here? You know what I said earlier? Remember when I said, why does this bookcase slide into the wall? The bed's got hinges. Tile goes there. That goes in there. Okay, and I've been going for a little over an hour. So if you have joined in the last little bit, welcome on in. My name's Glenn. Feel free to call me Bricken or Bricko. I'm a adult fan of Lego, Australian, if you couldn't tell from the not very strong accent. Been doing Lego for ages. Been streaming for not very long. But it is a lot of fun, and I'm enjoying this kind of way of sharing what I do, and going, getting a kick out of going, oh, that's cool, and then, there's other people out there that also think things are cool, which is one thing that about a decade ago now, I got into the whole world of there being adult fans of Lego. Like, I bought a Lego set just after we got married. Had some money saved up and bought a huge, Batmobile set that was clearly aimed at adults that could afford it. I was like, oh, that's really cool. Awesome, large build. And that was it. It was just sort of for display and then putting it away in the cupboard because I had no shelf to put it on. And then I went along to a Lego show in Brisbane put on by Brisbricks, and saw that there were other people who built amazing creations, not just sets, but amazing things out of their own imagination, and took them to the shows and exhibited and things like that. And then I had friends who basically got me onto QLUG, which is the Queensland Lego User Group, and goes well beyond Brisbane as far as membership goes, both to the northern and western and southern corners of the state. And got into the whole displaying of Lego. Actually, that was something else I was going to do tonight, and if you stick around, you'll see it. So there we go. The bed clips down, and one really cute thing is underneath the bed, it looks like there's a dog bed. Oh, that's so cute. There's a ramp as well. So there's the fold down bed. But at the front of the bed, we have a ramp that goes in. And there's meant to be a sticker here, and the sticker has little dog footprints on it. Because Nova's dog has front legs and very little back legs, and a little harness with wheels. So that's his ramp for rolling up to go and sitting on the bed. That's really cute. It's a nice little detail. I don't think he doesn't actually fit in under the bed though. So the dog bed is cute, but he doesn't fit. Or it doesn't fit. I don't know. I didn't look underneath the dog. And then we've got a little paw print tile and a transparent blue tile for the little dog bowl and the water bowl. And they go down here beside the ramp at the foot of the bed, and I'm knocking things off the top of the computer. Ring light goes back on. There we go. And then she's got a lightning bolt lightsaber, which clips on above the bed. that's a thing. Okay, so she's got a gaming controller and a pink frog on the shelf. She's got the lightsaber, lightning bolty thing over here. And then over on the other side of the desk, we have a microphone, also in magenta. And because of the size and weight of it, we also get a spare microphone, so I'll put that across with our other spares ahead of time. I can probably do that with the dog bowl and water tile, because they're already in there. The tan tile under the bed's already in there. Thanks for the lurk, Budgie. Good to see you. Enjoy the rest of your holidays as well, and don't work too hard while you're being paid to stay home. And we'll see you soon. And there's a little figurine, so I don't know if that's meant to be like an action figure or some other sort of collectible on there. And again, we get a spare one of them, and we get a spare lightsaber hilt. Decent amount of spares for a small set. Now for a very interesting collectible. I don't know how many gamers have skulls on their side tables, but Nova has a minifig skull under a little glass case, and that goes along the desk. So that's interesting. Pardon me. What have we got now? Now we've got. Spin this around where I can see it. I can't see what my hands do. As well as getting a new camera at some point, I need to sort out some way of getting the camera to be directly overhead so that I can get better views of things like this. Laying tiles down, so that'll be the turntable base for her chair. And then there's another turntable one stud further along. Move the room to one side for a second. And basically all these parts left. We're nearly done. I think it's just the chair to go. Oh, and she's got it's like a stool sort of seat for Zach to sit in. So she gets the big comfy gaming chair, and he gets to sit on the unlock. I haven't set up a command for unlock. I've set up a lurk, but I haven't set up unlock yet. But welcome back, Greg. How's your Sunday morning going? Still going good? That is the base of the chair. Don't finish building just yet. Uh-oh. Why not? Been chasing the bunny around. Now, is that an American slang and euphemism for something that I don't know? Or do you have a pet rabbit? You have a rabbit. I live in a state of Australia where rabbits, I believe, are illegal to own because of all sorts of agricultural pest issues. And then we get 3. We're getting close to the end of the set. We've got, what was that on? was the 1x1 round part of? Oh, that was under the bed. That gets put aside, so all the spares are gone, I think. Unless there's a spare ingot. No, there isn't. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 9 parts left in this this little set. And I haven't done anything silly like put. And we've got ads in about a minute. The screen is telling me. So give or take a minute or two, we'll have ads for about 90 seconds. But again, with lag time on computers, I have noticed that that can be out of sync with when I think there's an ad. So I'll put up the Be Right Back screen in a little bit here, and I'll go wash my hands again. They're feeling a little bit. Oh, hang on. Where do I? Oh, there we go. Yeah, I've just snoozed the ads for 5 minutes. I think that's what it will do. Yeah. I was like, don't do anything yet. Don't do anything yet. G'day, welcome Raiders, welcome Taz. There's your automatic shout out for as soon as you enter the chat. I've got one set up for you. I don't have one for Greg yet, unfortunately. Haven't set that up yet. And I don't have one for Brooks Bricks, I don't think. Nothing popped up when that happened. No. And who else we got? Elix. Welcome in, Elix. Welcome, Matt. Welcome, Greg. You were here and you've rated in, so good to see you twice. And of course, Taz, the absolute champion. And Kara rating in. Welcome back in. Rick Sargent. Welcome. Oh, and thank you very much, Greg. Much appreciated. Thanks for the sub. I haven't set any special things. Oh, and Grandpa. I haven't seen see, that's the thing. I've heard Grandpa, but I don't think he's figured out how chat works yet because I've never seen him in the chat. That's, that must be a little bit beyond. He can figure out credit cards and hot tubs, but yeah, I'll have to get him onto the chat at some point. I suppose Taz could always Taz is in the same house. You could just hand over your keyboard and, hand over and let Grandpa type for a little bit. But what I was going to say, we've got 3 minutes before ads. I was going to put up a Be Right Back screen and go wash my hands. I'm only 9 sets away from 9 pieces away from finishing the build, this little set, which I will hold up again, even though the picture's right above this. Here it is on camera. This is Nova's room. She's a gamer / streamer. She's got a sweet little bedroom set up with a fold-up bed. And if you think, oh no, the bed doesn't fold up, it's because the bookcase is meant to fold all the way away. Even then, the bed kind of doesn't go all the way up. But there's a dog bed underneath the bed. There's a ramp up for the dog with his little back wheels. And there's a laptop, and we've got the wide monitor here with the 2 clip-on Lego parts, and her camera and ring light above. Gaming CPU with the transparent brick. So it's looks like it's lit up with LEDs, and you probably could put a tiny LED in there. That would look sick. Yeah, so that's the set we're building. Unfortunately, and I'm not a stickers person, but the sticker sheet was missing. It's not on the floor. It's not in the box. It's not caught up in the instruction sheet. And the stickers are what make the whole. She's got a bookshelf with a picture of a dog and a lava lamp and an alarm clock. The stickers are. I'll flick to where. So here's. There's an ad in 1 minute, but before the ad starts, so there's her gaming PC of a trans pink brick. But in this particular case, stickers are what sell the whole idea. You've got gameplay, face cam, and chat. She's clearly streaming, but you need the sticker to show that. Yeah, I'm gonna go wash my hands and rinse my head. There's not much hair up on this shiny stuff. Gonna rinse off because it is warm in this garage. It is the end of winter here in Queensland, but it's pretty warm. So the ads will be up. I'll have a be right back screen, and I will see you soon. I'll be back in about 90 seconds. Thanks for the raid, and I will see you very soon. Stretch my legs. Oh. Oh. He does not look like he sounds. Okay, I am back. Well, knocking things over on the way. And we're back. Yeah, I left the mic on. Later all. See you, Brick Sergeant. Thanks for swinging by. Alright, so now that we've been raided and I've cooled my head down again, let's get the... And yeah, stickers. I don't normally like stickers. Most sets I build, I don't put the stickers on. But this is one where I wanted to like take photos of it and everything with the little streaming setup, but not to be. All right, so that's okay. That's right. The armrest and headrest. We do hand model time. We do this 3 times. I may need to get this set for the kiddo. The kiddo, or the actual kiddo, because it is a cool set. I'm not a huge fan of mini dolls, so the mini doll is probably going to go. It's either going to get bricklinked or just donated to my niece's collection. Lurking for a bit, no worries, Matt. Thanks for swinging on in. Angle the chair back, angle the headrest up a bit. There we go. That is a pretty cool gaming chair. Yeah, I'm just not a mini doll fan, but you know, it's scaled to fit her. I should see. My sig fig was packed away from yesterday. That's I just picked up the nearest minifig, and as luck would have it, the Lightning Builder. Welcome, and yeah, thank you. This whole streaming thing is all new to me. This affiliate thing even newer. So, but I do like having fun on other people's streams, watching and using points and things. So I thought I'd come up with a few things. So I've just chucked in there. There's not much room for the chair to swing around though. But if I put it that way, we can see who's sitting at the computer. Dennis Nedry. And I'll have to keep that for an Instagram picture. Thank you, Karen, and welcome on in. I'm just about to finish building as soon as this goes down onto the turntable. The Lego Friends set Nova's room, which I got because this camera doesn't show it too well. It's a bedroom, so there's a fold-up bed and bookcase over here. But on this side of the room, she's got a memorabilia. She's got her gaming controllers up on the shelf, but she's got a microphone. She's got a transparent pink PC, widescreen monitor that's meant to have stickers showing a split screen. Yes, she has. If I hold it there, the two panels that make up the screen. One sticker on the right shows gameplay, and the one on the left is face cam and chat. She's totally streaming. And then on the picture of the set, the actual gameplay is happening on the laptop to one side. Either that, or what could be happening is she's got her friend Zach over, and he's playing the game, and they're doing multiplayer, and he's on the laptop, and she's on the split screen. But I was like, I have to get this set. But yes, most disappointingly, I will now have to get onto Lego's website and go on to customer service and request my stickers so that I can take photos. Because I want to use a picture of this setup. Probably now that I've done it as a joke, I'm going to keep Dennis Nedry in there. But I probably will do one with a sig fig of myself as well. And I was going to use that picture as like a header image on my profile somewhere down the line. But with no stickers, I can't take photos. Lego.com/service. That's where I'll be going after the stream. Yes. Welcome in. Yeah. The whole idea was myself. I'll still do a Dennis Nedry joke in there as well. That's for sure. Just checking on that screen and that screen. Opening tabs up in the other window. Yeah, so that's the set built. No, Echo, stop. Twitch opened up my sound. I don't want my sound. I don't want to hear myself. That will cause echoes. Apologies for that. That was not cool. Alright, so if the screen sticker doesn't have your get at the top Nova's follow list, you should amend that. Yeah, I don't think the sticker's that detailed. It definitely has speech bubbles and like little horizontal lines, but that's as far as it gets. But now that I've built that, so here's the set. There's the mini dolls that will end up with either my niece or Bricklink, one of the two. Probably donated to the niece. She is a not yet teenager, but I think pretty close to one, fan of Lego. So there's the mini dolls. There's the little dog. Oh, okay. And I was looking. I saw this. This was built at the start, and it's got like a little set of weights. G'day, Lumberjack Josh. Welcome in. Welcome to the fun of a late Sunday night for me. Yeah, it's got like a hammer and a spanner and like a little. I think it's meant to be a toy wind-up car. It's a roller skate with the sort of wind-up part on it. And I just saw it to one side thinking, where does that go? And it's just, according to the picture on the front of the instructions, the set looks like this. It just sits to one side. So it's actually having a look at the other set that I bought at the same time, which was on clearance price. Because these two friends, one of them builds, doesn't build, he makes cakes. He builds baked goods. And his mate films him with the ring light and phone camera. So I picked that up as well, partly for the whole filming content part, and partly for this not quite grumpy, but definitely unimpressed cat. For when a viewer redeems bicep curls. Yeah, I don't have stretch. And Led B-Man's here. I just saw the automatic. How do you like that? Welcome, Led. I've made a few. The missus has one. Squiddy and Budgie from work have some for when they come in to chat for the first time. So yeah, this was a fun little set to build, and started it, not quite 2 hours ago, but close enough to. But yeah, fun build, and definitely as a streamer set, like just had to get it. So the plan now, I don't think I will build the next set I got. I have something else kind of funky to get going on, and the and what you can't see. Actually, I could hide if I hide chat for a second on screen. Actually, on the side of the screen, at the bottom of the screen. So the side of the screen over here, at about where my head is, right about there. I've got some tape stuck down on the table. And that is my what shows on camera build space. That's what I've got to work with. And it's amazing how much of a not square space this is that looks parallel on camera. My hands look like they're parallel. They're not. That's it's not quite 45 degrees, but I'd say it's between 30 and 40. But yeah, I've got that marked out, and then I've got one here to mark where things go off camera. And Led, how was your work drinks for not work? I've finally tried Surok, that Budgie and Squiddy had recommended to me. I had the mandarin flavor at 16%. That's bowling, laser tag, and pool. Nice. Yeah, so that's what I've got as shots for channel points. The beer is now really warm, but it's all right. Interesting. I thought I turned the time. Didn't think that timer was on, but at least there's only one welcome. For those who weren't here a lot earlier, I had two bots basically spamming the script. One was set to just trigger a welcome, so that the other one would say it, but saying it triggered the first one to then go, "Oh, welcome," which then triggered the Streamlabs welcome message, which triggered chatbot to say welcome, and it just kept going, and I had to turn them off. Had to turn that particular command off. So that was interesting. Didn't happen the first time, but after the half hour or so that the timer was meant to kick in, it went nuts. And now I thought the timer was off, but a welcome message randomly pops up. So yeah, it wasn't just welcome tennis. It was like watching table tennis. It was that fast. It was just, yeah. So yeah, I've got the beers, got the shots going. I do have my bottle of water handy as well. Gotta have that. It is warm out here. Welcome. Correct me if I pronounce this wrong or right. Tizimar? Tiz? Is Tiz okay? Um, you just had a beer with your very first Lego kit build. It also got non-cold. Yes, at least it stays wet and still stays beer. That's always a plus. Um, Whereabouts in the world are you from, and what set did you build? What was your very first Lego build? New York City, and you built a Lego TIE Fighter. Very nice. Um, and if this was your first Lego kit build as an adult, did you go for one of the smaller size and price wise sets, or did you jump straight into one of the UCS kits designed to take hours and hours and hours, but look really great on a shelf if you've got one big enough? 450. That's not bad. I think this is about. It's in the 1 to 200ish heart range. This one. But yes, you get distracted by the Lego, and then the beer gets non-cold. So what I was going to do next, while I've got, thank you, Kara. I will, while I remember. This is also now non-cold. It's been out of the fridge for a while, and when I had drank a lot of it with dinner. When I refilled it, I didn't put it back in the fridge. I just had tap water sitting there. What I was going to do next, as I bumped that camera, was I was going to grab a bunch of bricks. Don't start that, lumberjack Josh. She would. She has poked her head in here, and at times. What I'm going to do, if I can do this without knocking this touchy camera. Yes, lumberjack. I heard about your little visit to Kara's crafting stream. All right, we've got a bunch of. I'm going to save work on the big MOC build for another time. I did get to a really good place with it this afternoon. Um, I was stressing about it a couple weeks ago because we've got a big Lego show coming up that I'm displaying it at in about 2 weeks' time. In fact, in 2 weeks' time. Um, and it was nowhere near a state that I was um, happy with. No worries. Karen, getting something to eat. No worries. That is important. And yes, for the non-Aussies, or even for the Aussies that aren't familiar with the Queensland band The Chats, there's a link in that little notification there to a song of theirs called Smoko. And Smoko is, trying to think what the US equivalent would be. It's your lunch break, when kids in school have recess, it's the adult work equivalent of that, where you have a smoke break and you get your sausage roll and your iced coffee from the servo and you have a drink and you're on a break basically. But yeah, they've got a whole song about it. Um, we have a show this weekend. Yeah, I have a Bricklink store, and I had someone a couple months ago before I started streaming. Someone put an order in, and in the comments they'd put, "Oh, can I do express post because I've got a show in 10 days." um, should have two of them tomorrow. Well, I hope it comes. Hope it arrives in the mail. And the third is the most important. That's the worst part, isn't it? When it's like the one that is probably going to arrive first isn't the one you need straight away. Um, but for those of you who have done shows, I'm just keeping an eye on. There should be ads in about 5 minutes, so I should have, and it'll only be for about a minute and a half. And that's when I've been taking sneaky non-channel point hydrates and rinsing my head off. No, Brickvention is in January, down in Melbourne. I've done that once back in 2020. As you can see by one of those bricks. And so that's what I was segueing to, is those of you that have seen show bricks, where you do an event and they get a 1x8 brick printed. So I got into Lego as an adult in 07, but it wasn't until 2014 that I got actually involved in going to shows. I think I saw. I went to my first show as like a member of the public in like 2012 or 2013. I went along and was like, "Oh, this is amazing! People build all sorts of cool stuff." Um, and then from 2014 on, yeah, I've done a few shows, and some of them are like 1 day events or things like that. But a few of them are a two day thing. And some of them were 3 days. 3 day shows were kind of a killer. Greg's got to head out. No worries, Greg. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And actually, before I get onto these, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get up and stretch. I think I can run the ads early if I figure out my buttons to push. Because then I can stretch and go to the bathroom, and I'll remember to mute the mic this time because you don't need to hear the thunderbox. And then I'll be back and I'll show a few of these. Snag, you're a brick. Yeah, so I'll push some buttons here, but I'll be back in about 2 minutes or less. So we'll mute the microphone. Okay, I am back. I'm back. Hopefully you're all still here. Um, alleged, allegedly, allegedly here. Um, yeah. Um, so yeah. Q-Lug is the Queensland-wide lug that I'm a member of. The other one we've got here, that's Brisbane-based, is Brisbricks. Um, they kind of do shows around the Brisbane and Southeast Queensland kind of area. Um, and then there's another company that puts on brick events, and they're the ones on here that just have like the city name, where they get people to come along and exhibit and show their creations. So I've got that show brick, and what I'm going to do is build a stand. So I started off with a few bricks, and then I did another couple of shows and some more and more. And I've seen some people, stick magnets on it and wear it as like a badge. When you've got this many, it tends to not be that usable or manageable as something to wear. But what I've seen a few other people do is build it into like a brick wall. And so I thought I'd give that a bit of a go. Layering with with all these metals, with some plates and things like that between, to keep it nice and structural. So I do have a bag I prepared earlier with blue plates, which were put aside for a different idea for the MOC that I've done, but I've used bricks for that. I won't use the plates this time. I might rework that for later. And what that is I brick built some canals. They're at a higher depth than the table surface. Basically built a wall of bricks that also has supports underneath and is built sideways with plates and tiles. And that makes, I've used the geometry and the maths of Lego widths to, the number of studs sideways matches the number of bricks on end. But to give more detail of like water flowing, I could use plates instead, and do different size layers of different shades of blue like that, which gives more detail, more along the lines of the background of the Van Gogh, the Van Gogh Starry Night painting. I don't speak Dutch, can you tell? But yeah, because I had so many blue plates that I picked up from one of our local secondhand Lego stores called Brick Resales, which is also, there's a plug, they've hosted a bunch of pop-up shows we've done. So like in a couple different Mays, we've done a Star Wars themed little pop-up 1 or 2 day show where we hang out and display our Lego, but also hang around and buy kilos of used Lego for our next build, which is why they like hosting us, I suppose, because we stay and buy more. So yeah, my thought was, I have a lot of these blue bricks around. I've got a lot of these blue plates. let's try and make a nice, sturdy stand. Because the one I had built for the weekend just gone, I've dirty marks on that side of the brick, so I'll rotate that around. The one I built just kind of had a pile of bricks up one side, a pile of bricks up the other, a pile of show bricks, a pile of show bricks, and linked at the top and bottom loosely. So in transport, it kept falling apart. So I figured, no, I need to copy what the other guys have done and do something a bit more sturdy that can just be packed in a Ziploc bag and taken along to shows. And I will have to leave space for, and I'm being kind of smart. I'm starting with the oldest ones at the bottom, so that when I do other shows, I'm adding to the top of the pile and not having to rebuild to add in at the bottom. And one of these, this one, the Brisbricks Expo 2015, that actually looks like it's engraved. The rest are printed, and I would say 99% of them are printed by a local guy up here, who has a company called Print on Bricks, and there is a website. I think it's just printonbricks.com. I have when I ordered, so I'll show some of the bricks I've ordered from him. He sent a little sample bricks that had Print on Bricks on there. And if anyone wants to see if this works, my camera might not be good enough, but if anyone wants to test that, and I'll try and get it to line up with the angle of the camera as well and not be at a weird 40 degrees. Yeah, if that scans, that I believe goes to his website. And I just emailed off with here's what I'm after, and he sent back he emails back the mock-up images, so you approve it before he prints it, basically, and you can tweak it. So I was able to look at some of his things, and I went into the detail of like what color brick I wanted and what color text and what I wanted it to say, and then he replied with, and I was silly, I hadn't checked first whether the color I wanted even came in a 1x8 brick, and if it did, how many sets, and was it still available on Lego's website to just buy as parts. And there are some colors that are really not available in some colors, so he was able to fix me on some of those where it was like, no, I can't do that, but this is an option. I've got everything else in my supply in inventory. And a few emails back and forth of little tweaks of what I wanted on there, and very quick turnaround, and they were posted out. So I have displayed Lego Ipswich here in Southeast Queensland. It was my first show, and I took the same I modified the same display. That was my first go at MOCs and displays and things like that. Tweaked it into a more cohesive full table build for a show at the Gold Coast, and then up in Bundaberg. And then for Townsville, I built something completely new, but then that display went to Gold Coast 2015 and to Brisbane's 2015. And then I think it was at Brisbane 2016. I can't remember. I think it was. And Brisbane 2016 was a brick event at a different venue. It wasn't a Brisbricks one at Chandler. But I'm pretty sure I still did the Comic Con there. Or this may have been my first South Pole. I'd have to go back and look through my photos. But South Pole started in 2016. It was definitely at Gold Coast in 2016. Then some of us went along to the Kids Expo down the Gold Coast, and that was a quick sort of, I think we were a gold coin donation or a free sort of, we had a section down the end of the hall, so you could go along and look at all the different stands and the different vendors and things. And then they had a kids activity area, and we were there as just we're sort of advertising for an upcoming show we were doing, and just took along a few small portable builds. I took little vignettes and little movie scenes that I'd built out of Lego. Didn't take anything, hard to transport. But then the South Pole display went to Toowoomba. It went to the Gold Coast again. It went to Brisbricks at Chandler, and it went up to Bundaberg. It must have gone to Bundaberg. And then it was at Chandler 2018. That can't be right. Maybe it did. Maybe I did it twice. And then Seagulls 2018 was at Seagulls Club down over the border, northern New South Wales. So that was my first out of Queensland exhibiting. So we're up to 2018 in the timeline, and that's late 2018 for the Seagulls one. And then we had a weekend at Dreamworld, where there's a Lego shop, and in their sort of annex beside the shop, we set up a bunch of tables and displayed things there. And this was while, because I'd taken my South Pole display to a few shows, I planned on retiring it. I didn't have anything built to replace it yet. But in the background, I had been working on something portable and flat and modular and easy to transport. So with Brisbricks, I went up to Toowoomba in 2019 and took my album cover mosaics, because they all fit in one little cardboard box that very easy to transport, easy to set up. Each mosaic is its own base plate, so you pretty much just unpack, lay it out on the table, and you're done. For some of my bigger modular builds that I pack up in custom wooden crates I've built, we're talking an hour for setup to just get everything out, fix anything that's fallen over, put the minifigs out. For this, it's like minutes. 5 minutes, done, set up, cool, see you later, see you tomorrow. What do you mean you bump in stuff? And then was the big one. Hadn't pulled the South Pole apart, and QLUG organised a group of us to go down and invade Melbourne for Brickvention 2020. So that was fun. It was a good experience. It was a 3-day festival. With With setting up mosaics, yes, Josh. But just that, okay? Well, that's enough of that. And then there's a multicultural festival put on by Technicolor Events up here in Brisbane. That's a one-day thing. And they had Q-Lug there with a few tables inside near the cafe. And I'm trying to remember what I took to that. Oh, I took my album covers again, and I've got a life-size boombox that I built out of Lego. So I took that, and I had the album covers for that, because that's something easy to carry on the bus up to the north side. Yours are in chronological order. Mine are in chronological order, but I'm starting at the bottom and working my way up, left to right, bottom to top, so that I don't have to build that way. I can just add to the top of it. So then that was 2020. 2021, the Multicultural Festival was cancelled, but Print on Bricks had already done the show bricks for the event, so he then just printed cancelled over them. Yours are in chronological order. Yours aren't going into a wall. Josh, are yours as a... Do you wear yours like military medals? Because I'm not going to wear this. I mean, I could, but... You just play... Yeah. I mean, I could do that. And one of the guys that did a few of the brick events, he had a city MOC layout, and he had a giant bridge. And so along the sort of the fence barrier of the bridge, he put a new brick on every time it went to a different show. So it just went into the wall of the MOC. And that's what I usually do with this. It's just getting to the point where it's starting to get a little big. And yeah, hang on. It's starting to get a little big. And just so you're aware, these are things. So I have a phrasing. If you hear me say anything else that's a little bit, is it? I think it's she. The other one. Yeah, that's what she said. And the Brooklyn Nine-Nine version, innuendo, is there. So if I say something that seems a little bit, hang on a minute, did you just say what I think you said? And yes, if you say Bunnings, you get, what am I even doing here today? Which is from it's an in-joke from a different comedy thing that my workmates and I have found online. Phrasing. Exactly. But I mean, what I could do, Josh, is put it, like I could still put it on my build in a corner of it. But it's also something, making it as a wall like this means that if I do a show like the Multicultural Festival where I just had a few smaller things on a table, I can still have this like beside it as a little stand or behind it. What one of the other guys did that I noticed with his photo of Insta, yeah, I look forward to seeing it. I'm newer to Discord than I am to Twitch, but I have set up one of those as well. and there is a Lego section on it that's a work in progress. But yeah, just send it on Instagram. That'd be cool. But yeah, one of the other guys has built one of these, and he's kind of done it in chronological order, but he's done like each event as its own like block in the wall. So it's like he's been to a couple brickventions, so he's got them together, and then he's got a section where it's all brick events, and then he's got a section where it's all Brisbane shows, and then he's got like a Canberra show and something else. I was like, that's I kind of like still keeping it chronological, because then I can go, oh, what did I do for that? What did I take to that town? Where have I been? And like, I don't do Star Wars really. I mean, I've got a Lego X-wing. I got a Millennium Falcon, not the big one. But we've done a few pop-up shows at brick resales, like I said, in the month of May, for May the 4th be with you. And I've had an idea for a MOC, and like quickly thrown it together, displayed it for the month or the weekend or whatever that we're there for. And in some cases, I think I've left it there for the month. They'll put it on their shelves, and people can just see it while Star Wars month is on. So I've actually done it where I've gone, oh, I've got an idea, and I quickly build something, and then it gets displayed for a month, and then that's it, gets pulled apart, because running out of the right length of plates in normal blue. And I should check. Okay. I was like, I've been going for a while. It's probably going to be another ad. In between, it says 7 minutes or so, depending on lag times of things, is what it reckons. We've got so that's the bricks there. And then so I did a show on Saturday. There's the brick for that one. And then in 2 weeks' time, I've got BBX 2023. So I'll leave a space there. I don't know if I should just fill it in with a brick, or if I should just... Well, yeah, because I haven't got bricks in the middle. So what's going to... what have I got part-wise in dark blue? No, still 6s and a 4, and it's 20 long. No. I've got a lighter blue. That will have to cap this off for now. Got a few parts there. So that caps off that top bit, with space for a brick in 2 weeks' time. I was hoping to use the masonry bricks in the wall and make it look like a brick wall. But other people have done that too. I would need grey plates that I don't have, and I've got a ton of these blue ones, so I may as well use what I do have. And back when I ordered my printed bricks, so here's an example of one of the bricks I had printed. I wasn't a Twitch streamer then, so it's got the Facebook and the Instagram logo, the ones that they approved for what do they call it, for use by people, as like, put next to your name. You can't use the word Facebook because that's part of their branding, but you can use the logo and all that sort of stuff. So I had one of these made. Found the font online, which is kind of similar in look to The Wall by Pink Floyd, because my Lego related online handle is not just a euphemism here for, it's another brick in our fall, another one of those ones, another bloody Lego fan. It's also another brick in our fall. It's to rhyme. It kind of doesn't rhyme, but yeah, it's kind of semi-rhyming with another brick in the wall. So I went for a Pink Floyd kind of font there. Had that printed up. And then I also had him print it's funny. There's what was I on? I think it was on Linktree. And putting, because I started one of those to put a few links in for things, and I think you had the choice of it was like, Twitter, do you want Jack's version or Elon's version? And it had both logos that you could opt between. And I've noticed that, even, not that I use Twitter much, but there's times where I'll like open a thread in a new tab, and when a website logo is in the tab, sometimes it's still the bird, and sometimes it'll change to the X when you open the new tab, and then the other one will change to an X. But then you'll go, all right, close that, open this account in a new tab so I can look at just the stuff they write, and it'll go back to the bird, and it's still being hosted on Twitter.com. Like, the website hasn't technically changed. It's just one of those weird things. And it took them a while to change it, but now you can repost things. It's not a retweet anymore on their end. And so then there's some fancy font ones and some just basic URL versions, because both of those are associated with profiles on those two pages. And then he did such a great job on the minifigs and monsters. Like I said, I want a black brick, I want a white font, and then even after I did that, my second tweak was to go, can I have the ampersand be, about 2/3 the height of the rest of it? Because you posted to Discord? Cool. So, and I showed the guy this on the weekend. It's almost the same size of the book font as well, but you'll see how in a longer book title they make some words smaller. So I had him do the ampersand slightly smaller. So I was like, I want that font. And I actually had those done. I don't have a Pathfinder book handy, but I had him do a bunch of them so I can stick them down at different sides. Like, if I have my display somewhere where you can look at it from 2 or 3 sides, I'll have a couple bricks down with the name. So I've got the D&D font in white on black, and then I've got the Pathfinder style font in dark red on tan. So with the appropriate fonts to match. And there's probably ads. I forgot to look back. But it says there's ads. And I will quickly look in Discord. Oh wow, lumberjack! Those are some bricks. That's a cool train tunnel. Where's Maxwell? Nashville. Nice. Just having a look at some of Josh's show bricks. And are those? Yeah, they'd have to be printed. The Brick Universe ones would have to be printed. That's not a sticker. It's printed across 2 bricks, though. That's cool. No, they Oh, where's the other photo? So he's got a train tunnel there, and then on top of the rocks is just the tower of bricks. And I was like, oh, I didn't make a general Lego, just a Lego in general channel. But I was like, oh, Lego Expo, that technically counts. They are from an expo. That's, look at me thinking ahead and totally planning that. So yeah, the idea here will be like this, and like these will be beside my MOC at this show coming up, but only because of the size of it. And I'll have some free table space between a few different elements that I'm taking. Down the track, I've got plans to have this fully take up 2 tables. In which case, this would have to get incorporated somewhere on the build, like into the wall, or built to stand somewhere. So yeah, that's my little wall of show brag, I guess. They're just a cool thing to get as an exhibitor. And then you can see some people like, oh, you've been doing this for a while. And I've been going for 2 hours and 43 minutes. Really? And it's nearly midnight. And I've got 5 minutes to do a Swedish lesson before Duolingo has a go at me. It's 2 hours and 43 minutes. Peace and quiet. Kara has enjoyed. That's classic, Josh. That's great. Um, um, what are we going to do with you? I'm not going to do any speaking exercises or listening exercises. I'm just doing missing words. Can't speak now. Lesson done with 4 minutes to spare in the day. Because I have a streak that I want to kind of maintain. Not every week's perfect. That there are freezes that you can activate to, oops, you skipped a day. But yeah, that's for the most part of 2 years I've been doing a lesson a day. Yes, Swedish, which is why in my channel points, yes, there is a timer cool out on beers. I chucked a sneaky second one in. That's an identical reward, but in Swedish, not English. Yeah, more than yeah. Köttbullar tack. Med potatis och gräddsås. That's meatballs with potatoes and cream sauce. I can read it a lot better than I can speak it. Or I should say I can read it a lot better than I am confident at speaking it. Yeah, I'm also wondering if I just looking at the site, I'm about to get into phrasing area here, phrasing territory. I'm looking at the size of this pile of bricks, show bricks. I'm thinking maybe, do I do a horizontal wall? Yeah, because it's starting to get tall and imposing. 8 years of French throughout school. Can't remember much. Then so I listened to Ramstein. Du, du hast. Du hast. One of the few things in IKEA listed in English. Yes, although the product name on the bag is usually in Swedish. So the the product name, the same way that the furniture has. Today I learned what MOC means. Really thinking about taking up this hobby. I mean, I will. Oh, and thanks for the Prime sub. The, I mean, like um, many hobbies, um, it can get expensive. Um, it depends too on like, do you want to focus, like, you want to collect Star Wars Lego and just Star Wars Lego? Because if you start trying to do, you can't do everything. Like I don't buy as many city sets as I used to. I bought a few, but a lot now. I start looking at, well, yeah, and I don't have display space much here either. Got to work on the shelves behind me here, because if I do, I'm scared of what summer's going to be like in this garage. Um, but I kind of want to have a nice little display space behind me. Um, yeah, a lot of the sets I buy are for the parts in them, or I'll look at a set and go, I could make that myself. Um, and then I just put it back. But then there are other sets where I've noticed that you go, yeah, if I got enough parts, I could make it. But the cheaper way to do it is just to get the set. Or like with my with the Arctic range from it was about 2009, 10ish, I think, or 2011. That's when I started buying the sets that eventually went into my South Pole MOC. And again, I bought multiples of the research base, but I made the set once, and then I pulled it apart, and from all the other sets of it, I've got all the parts and just supersized and made my own giant building based on the real one. But yeah, it depends on, if you're into it to get parts, or if you're into it to display them. Yeah, it can get expensive. But yeah, display space is definitely. I'm looking in front of me at sets that are sitting on top of some shelving, and I'm like, yeah, space is the thing. I've got quite a few sets not built that I've bought as a display piece, but I'm like, can't put it up anywhere. Yes, markdowns and clearance, definitely. Um, and there's and with friend sets, I don't usually buy sets like obviously the set I built tonight. I bought that. Forgot what I was gonna hold it up to this camera. And it's like, you've got a camera down here too. Um, I wouldn't normally buy a set like this that's really a play set. Um, if it was a bigger building, like when you get the Friends supermarkets and the restaurants and things like that, um, I'll get them. I'll donate the minifigs to my niece, and then I'll incorporate them into a city layout. As the buildings, because the buildings are cool. Yeah, often just for parts. Lumberjacks next stream, maybe building the Superstar Destroyer. Is that the really big one? How big are we talking with that one? 75356. 18 inches long. Oh, it's not a UCS one, is it? I don't know what inches are. I mean, I know what they are, but it doesn't translate instantly. Oh, 630 pieces. Oh, it's that scale one. Okay, yeah. For a moment, I thought you meant you had I think there's a giant one from years ago. 43 centimeters. Okay. Still a decent size to put on a shelf. Um, um, and technically, it is meant to be. I'm on Wikipedia right now. Does it say? The executor class Star Destroyers measured at 19 kilometers in length. That's a ship. Just do a 1-to-1 scale. That's roughly what? 15 miles long? Easy. Yeah, Karen, when you look at the size of what some of the ships in um, Star Wars are meant to be, yeah, the executor class is the really massive one that Vader has. The Imperial class is the one I think from like the start of Episode 4, and they are intended to be. Come on, Wikipedia nerds, tell me how big the ship's meant to be. It doesn't. There's an image of schematics, but I don't know if that doesn't really show the scale. All I want to know is how long is the ship. I've seen Galaxy Quest. There are people that will know everything about these ships. They'll know what planets they're built on. They'll know where the shipyards are. Length. Imperial Star Destroyer. The Imperial Star Destroyers are meant to be like 1,600 meters, which is a mile long. Yeah, Serenity is a cool ship. And welcome, Yellow Witch. Velkommen. Welcome in. We're getting to the end of the night for me. The pab at Billand. I mean, from what I hear, and from what I've seen on other people's streams, when I recognize parts, I go, "Oh, I know where you got that. You've been to the pab wall recently." They seem to have a very similar share um, of parts. Well, between Australia and America tends to be the same. Pronunciation of Velkomen, of Yellowitch, of Pab, or of Billund. So, what did I say that? Yeah, getting to the end of the night here. It has ticked over now, past midnight into Monday morning for us. Um, Nice. Oh, yeah. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, Velkommen is one of those words where I think, yeah, it's spelt differently in Swedish, Danish, and Norwegian, but I think it's pronounced pretty much almost the same, accents aside. Um, yeah, first affiliate stream, built a little streamer's room. Although I will be getting onto customer service website tomorrow for Lego.com, because you can tell she's a streamer from the stickers that are on like the computer monitors and things like that. And I didn't get the sticker sheet, so yeah. As much of a non-sticker fan I am, or not a fan of stickers, I should say, um, they really would make this a lot more recognizable, especially when I want to take photos for like Instagram and things like that. Yeah, tusen tack. Och skål. Um, yeah, so I thought I'd hey, welcome Skrills. I was just saying I'm almost about to head off for the night because it's midnight and I work in 5 hours and 45 minutes. So, yes. Yo, Skrills. So, yes, affiliate, built the little stream. I'll have to get onto the stickers, like I said. And once they arrive, then I can take some photos. Had some shots, had some beer. I'll finish the rest of it before I head to bed because flat beer is not going to be great in the morning. Um, yeah, thanks everyone for jumping in. Thanks for being in the chat. Chug it. I suppose. Maybe I could do that. Maybe I could do a channel points thing for finishing said drink. Like if it's the end of the stream, like exercise. Oh, so what you're saying, Josh, is that in this streamer set here, um, should I put an exercise bowl in? Should I take out the bed and put a little hot tub in? uh, do it now. sleeping all day. Was at a 90s music festival yesterday. Nice. Came home at 4 a.m. Nice. That's a good time. And if you're making specifically a Skrill streaming room, yeah, the exercise. So what the exercise pole is for Skrills, the hot tub is for who's got the hot tubs? Yeah, I have started looking at some of the minifig parts that I've got. Um, to like, I've got sig figs of myself, which when there's a Lego head that has like a light brown beard and glasses, it's easy. Especially now that I've started buzzing the hair completely off, I don't even need to find a hairpiece the right color. And then I can just swap different torsos, and my sig fig can wear as many outfits as he wants. Um, but I have started looking at what parts can I use to look like other streamers, should they have, cameras where you can see them. Some do, some don't. Maybe for Brooks Bricks, maybe we just do giant Lego hands, to having the view. So yeah, it is. We're 3 hours in. It's midnight, and I've got work. But thank you all for being here. Thank you for the chats, for the drinks, for the. Oh, you can disguise your minifigures on the streamers. No, but that would be funny, wouldn't it? So have a good day. Have a good night, everyone. I'm going to look for a. I'll look for a raid target because why not? But thanks for being here. And thank you for the congratulations. The drinks, the hydrates. I'm going to see if I can beat this ad break that's coming up. To see if there's any potentials. No one I'm currently following is live. So if anyone's got any suggestions, otherwise we'll just call it a night, I think. Oh, did Astro just go live? Because he's cool. Space stuff is cool. He did. Let's do that. Let's head over there then. Astro cannot. And I'll just put the link in here just in case it doesn't go. If anyone gets left behind, This is where we're going. My keyword chooses now to slow down. That's where we're going. And I'm clicking buttons. Come on, right now. And we're there.